1992 and I transition from friends military rule to democratic rule. And okay, a journey so far. I think in the sub-region Ghana, a success story on the radar of democracy over the years. Ghana has always been a reference point among for Ghana in terms of democracy. And adopting democracy means that is the way and now a political party back power or lose, then smooth transition to the other. Democratic we need to say Juma and the other point baby. Now who said democracy you cherish you adore at the worst stage Ghana you recognize a beacon of hope on the radar of democracy sad democracy turn it into a gang version of democracy you should be worried. Democracy instead of normal democracy rule of law they say gangs version and I practice what I say patapani titrasem we are mebo we are metiti also memfamra nyajuma. That is the level we've descended to. I think it's really embarrassing. So baby yejina na the worst stage maybe be na man font ase baby it's not by accident because I heard democracy models now omo mo ye liberals no start here no mo say politics is a market of ideas yejina yakobi akokire na dwen out of that and ankofo bi ba ye from your friend said deliberative democrat omo say no citizens no yentimi nye your friend is a yentimi kase politics in the market of ideas. But right, citizens, yentimi mere consumers of political product and media and as for a pound my. But we must be active participants. Now you get involved in the discourse. Power must fall from the elite to the ordinary people. But answer the power by the ordinary people. No, we must be sure say they are really wise. That is what I'm telling you. Say so what the democracy ma a fool. It's like say what fat sharp knife now they are ma praketwa. The next thing to expect is bleeding. So democracy is not for fools. And the answer na that kind of deliberative democracy, we must be aware that some can are rational way, and that is the level we are now. And with the advances in technology or this social media stuff, Obinyanko school crana so we have access to that particular place. Information airflow because education is all about information. So once information is available, the political landscape na year 1990 and I said 2000 is different from today. Obi na own access to information to question and some minister but can the information available. We need to now quite say obi a video at least you listen. At your school or in another form. So we are government you need to be very receptive to the current happenings. In this situation, I know who say rules of engagement, politics, and instead of not a year in the past, I change it, and then a crab can drink, penny can drink, and would mean Cassa when you me a penny and come as politics, when you know, and find your politics. It is about what you fear exactly. And then Libras and Casa is a market of ideas. Once away 8 years and above, I'll wait in your child. Inya fe de ebe ka se we ya akora nti asema o ka no enye we because my who penyina oba maybe ho nkanya asem quite recently our toll booth in sema o kan e what asema road minister be kan e na asem we penyini kasasa se kwan
ya obi ti say yan ne kan ya
exactly
o be ka se wo mu ade
yes but this is the minister etua ne ka pedi am etua ne ka ne na se for no ko gina se toll booth na tema we ni amfanya toilet ma amfon konko clearly you see say sabi anya panyini bia na o kan asema obetim dey adwuma what asema make so that is the stage we've got into enti achi macho na mayese no obeya duwa bia beji wonsam and the problem is that you see these guys are not wise because we will be when ate now we had the air blow in the sub region coup d'etat here coup d'etat there like you should be scared. Now we hear our life in such a way that at least you do things differently, but consistently, you are just playing into the mouth of the way now air corner, and that is very risky. As now Oliver Kyei, say obey coup me. I don't want to talk about coup, whatever coup, but I think that particular statement, in whatever form, is totally reckless and irresponsible. And this will make it that particular comment. But what can I say not police statements on some by and you just follow the sequence. So we can't say we are the intent and the capacity to do that. No, even this is a guy at the UK. What can't some sort of cool? The following day, what's up? And no, I want 10. Secondly, police for the statement, Bob, in terms of kwasi foreigner Troy, I think they should stop abusing English words now, or more church on Basabasana. Or say, in some now, Abrante Troy, and the intent and the will to carry out a coup. We are talking about a coup d'etat that is supposed to be a clandestine operation, and they are effective. They are in the dark. The only way I'm going to say either it is successful or abortive. Now, how never you coup or social media, and the whole rational police officer, that trust statement that Bob and Tessa and Kind say that at the end of our had the will and the intent to execute a coup. That is absolutely absurd. And coming from a police officer who is supposed to be rational, writing such a statement, say Asamna Branton actually on social media and has the intent and the will to execute a coup. That is absolute nonsense in the first place. Again, a statement in about one TV and now Branton is charging for treason. You see, I think the prosecution you take it from the police. You have my IG department, because some of the charges no more there.
Charges if you are ultimately the bow. We are no master back. Oh, yes, I'll come back.
That is what we do. We are not serious. Even Mahu cases are obit court. Now, your sister charges about best 17 years. I didn't say your corner say, you are engaging in prosecutorial conjecturing. You are not sure. So we are not able to build any solid case. Case na yedna kwani assuming without admitting say charge na jabono is absolute. They know very well say your friend said treason case and try no
district court. Me charge no me say and I what district court.
Yes. And the guy was held above 48 hours. And I had the call. And then the judge will tell us, okay, fine, in my court, I am not seized with a jurisdiction. Say me here case I had treason. But the same judge deny bill. Deny that person bill. What I say. So the police knew very well say, Kwana yadne corner. The court, and
that's a remand.
Exactly. So I come back to confirm the fact that the whole idea behind all this thing is to intimidate and cow people into submission. So yeah, I'm for you had the fear, terror, and then I said for and I had the 80 who deals. And that is the danger. Because I did I'm going to also more before because where we are at this particular way, tension in this particular country arises to the fever pitch. We are reasonable, we are very sensible person. You should read between the lines. Now, no media person, you first say Bobieti, we say so I can't say. Now, say Obi, the wife of the president, any media person, any asama. National security business necessary. And they've written to the media organizations that won't provide the way. Then in the rumble on rampage fashion, the part of the radio so upon you, not national security, the car could say, no. Yet, no, the wire cry and can't, no, not
Nima police
station. Just say, police, Ababaye, some kind of an instrument.
Now, say, I say, Chroma Penyofono, ye Kasa, Omu, how serious it is. What you are, and look at the anger, and now what a branch anymore. Ya Yakasa, ya Muntio. And before what the pa baby akuma mo. But ebia say ni pa no oni access say obeba betina o mia TV. Oni access say obetu car e dia betina na adwe wo court wo say me so be kire say mbuafu. But we video no very closely. You could see and tell say before what the pa akuma m. Eni pa baby buafu. But you taking it for granted. Yeah, they want to me no. Wo ya ye beche wo. Yes, sanity, yana to me new cry, or ya a better. Bara, a better batty, I'm your bianchi beam. Someone your bianchi beam, the other twice or no. Now send your mouth on this. Me, Anna, over so Baba Mecana may find out here. May find and confirm me as a American. And now, I was signing us. Yeah, she. Way a buffano atra abekware ho solution be or body ama offer your body to be
everybody deserves the same treatment as a country. We can't believe in a country where some people going on right here is supposed to be an uprising for everybody as a citizen in this country. If the Constitution says we are all, okay, obliged to the same law, okay, no one is above the law, then why is it that some people will be allowed to go scot-free just because they are affiliated to certain political parties? What is it that he said that is so countermand that he is even denied, okay, to speak to the media? What is it that he has done that we've not heard about in this country before? Just about a month ago, okay, a guy in camera said the chief or the king of Asante should permit him to go and slaughter a chief, okay, the Doma chief, okay, and no one has said nothing about it, not even a public caution, okay, nothing has been said about this issue. We were all in this country where a lot of treason comments have been made and nothing has been done about it. Nobody is saying Oliver is above the law. That is not what we are saying. What we are saying is the law needs to be applied according to everybody. We are all not above the law. Nobody is above the law in this country. And if it happens to Kojo, it is supposed to happen to Kofi. That is all we are saying. Justice must be served. And no matter what, one day, justice will be served. Arrest Ghana. Arrest Ghana. You free Oliver is here today. Tomorrow it will be you. And free Oliver now. Long live Ghana.
It's not funny. Over funny, so I grow oh jai. Yeah, na 2 minutes cry the penny de beye. If a buffoono, a koso, or be anyone back as a cool see Ghana da. But a year, and who here? Asha ye, and who here? A chance, oh, me faho. Wusha who will be people said at the clothing sino is better than some of that Tinasia while you said me demeho, dear me penamaye. Now that's when you know that I know. And you have been a Kumanchini? Yes.
I think they're not making about the police intimidation. It's really unfortunate. Say, had the whole security machinery now, and you're reducing to mere stooges and pounds and the chess game of the power elite. I'm for no more to me, you know. They can just use it to do anything. Anger in the system. So how do you see what Tamale? Now, no, yeah, be on the baby, Yakoboni too. And in the end, who picked a beer airfly on social media, I say, police in a process to now have a crime, and I saw a police or we a crab. And it's a problem.
And you see, Minchawa, no, we read that video very closely. Almost to no. So nobody is a neighbor. Almost row. They were firing into the crowd. Boys in Israel, so they were coming. So it should tell you, say, Nippon was seen the said Yawujano or Wumpanka.
And in the face of all this, Nipa, as a Mujina, a can't Sabaya and Niamabe, you know, everybody has gone silent. And you see that be a mechanic, say, so we see a dear Kodru, Bosome so. Now, when the principles are, you are no different from a crazy pig or another thing. And that is why we've got into. We have institutions like the GJ, we have the Ghana Bar Association. These are club of hypocrites. Oh, just club of hypocrites. They are so disgusting because somewhere and you say lawyer so can't say immediately now you issue statement. Yeah, counter and 7 of Susuka. But are they telling us that in the face of all this impunity hovering around this particular country, the GBNA, Nasefono Media Commission, and Nasefono, they are not privy to the kind of intimidation you're exposing people to. That hypocrisy, that's what I'm telling you, sir. Usia they could do the moon. Now we need personal principles. You are no different from a pig. And that is where we've got into. The so-called power elite, the so-called intellectuals, no more society. If you don't have morals, if you don't have principles, you are not a human being. Because that be a mechanic. So here, Abra, Second World War, you see, try the Nazi criminals during the Nuremberg trials. Omoko, I say, oh, yeah, soldier for na Hitler ne say yenkunkum amanfo and a judge ne ka che say no such particular defense and way there is a dear be a woni pamo e the natural justice wo no as a human being no, your ability to strike the difference between good and evil and am we nipa da sani I am a degree no assess for they are all accessories. Your human principles and but in the face of all these things, you are quiet, silent. But I think a crabby see on the other side, then Oma coming in. Such classic hypocrisy, you know. I think they told us getting and so annoying.